morning, everybody. And Milanan has just joined us exactly on 8 o'clock, just as we started. So I hope everybody had a really amazing weekend because it was a great chance to reset, recharge, and set some goals and plans for what the day is going to bring for you and what your intention is for the week. So that is really exciting. So one of the great ways to start is by doing some reading. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Chinese. I am learning Chinese. I actually have a 15-minute a day Chinese course. But I know that you don't speak Chinese, so we won't read that one. We are still on The Art of Thinking Clearly. We are on day 68. I cannot believe how fast we've gotten through this book. It is a really good book. Sometimes I agree, sometimes I don't. I leave my commentary, which is really amazing. Jeff T says, yay, and we're going to say hello back and follow. And let's get into it so that you can then feel motivated, get out there and start working on your goals and dreams. And I'll tell you at the end how you can connect with me and how you can watch other episodes of this book so that you can watch more and learn some really interesting things from this book. But let's get into it so that you can then feel motivated to work on your goals and achieve some amazing things. So today's chapter is called Why You Should Set Fire to Your Ships. I can tell that it's been weekend. My reading is a little off. The inability to close doors. Next to my bed, 24 books are stacked high. I've dipped in and out of them, but okay, so I can tell that it's been weekend. And breathe, and let's start again. Next to my bed, 24 books are stacked high. I've dipped in and out of all of them, but I'm unable to part with even one. I know that sporadic reading won't help me achieve any real insights, despite the many hours I put in, and that I should really devote myself to one book at a time. So why am I still juggling all 24? I know a man who is dating 3 women. He's in love with all 3 and can imagine starting a family with any of them. However, he simply doesn't have the heart to choose just one, because then he would be passing up on another 2 for good. If he refrains from deciding, all options remain open. The downside is that no real relationship will develop, and they might all find out, and then he loses all of them. That's not in the book, but I'm just adding that. Also, with regards to that, those books, I myself have gone through a bit of a stage of minimalism, and I found it is invaluable. It's a little bit like traveling through the airport. If you have like 5-6 suitcases or 2 big heavy suitcases, and you've got a backpack and you've got a coat and you've stuffed your coat full of stuff because you want to take as much as possible on this airplane trip. The trip through the airport is a nightmare. The whole trip is a nightmare because there's not enough storage space in the luggage racks, and you've got to carry all this, and then the stewardess tells you that you don't have enough, that you've got overweight, and all of these different things. Whereas if you just travel extremely light, you're not going to use half of the stuff that you pack in your suitcases anyway. So pack as lightly as possible and get rid of the things that you don't really use. And I found that is really amazing. In the 3rd century BC, General Xiang Yu sent his army across the Yangtze River to take on the Qin dynasty. While his troops slept, he ordered all the ships to be set alight. The next day he told them, "You now have a choice. Either you fight to win or you die." By removing the option of retreat, he switched their focus to the only thing that mattered, the battle. Spanish conquistador Cortes used the same motivational trick in the 16th century. After landing on the east coast of Mexico, he sank his own ship. Xiang Yu and Cortes are exceptions. We mere mortals do everything we can to keep open the maximum number of options. Psychology professor Dan Early and Ji-Woong Shin demonstrated the strength of this instinct using a computer game. Players started with 100 points, and on the screen in front of them, 3 doors appeared: a red one, blue one, and a green one. Opening a door cost a point, but for every room they entered, they could accrue more points. The players reacted logically. They found that the most fruitful room and holed up there for the whole session. Ellie and Shin then changed the rules. If doors were not opened within 12 moves, they started shrinking on the screen and eventually vanished. Players now rushed from door to door to secure access to all potential treasure troves. All this unproductive scrambling meant they scored 15% fewer points than in the previous game. The organizers then added another twist. Opening doors now cost 3 points. The same anxiety kicked in. Players frittered away their points trying to keep all doors open. Even when the subjects learned how many points were hidden in each room, nothing changed. Sacrificing options was a price they were not willing to pay. Why do we act so irrationally? Because the downside to such behavior is not always apparent. In the financial markets, things are clear. Financial option on a security always costs something. There's no such thing as a free option. But in most other realms, options seem to be free. This is an illusion, however. They also come at a price, but the price tag is often hidden and intangible. Each decision costs mental energy and eats up precious time for thinking and living. CEOs who examine every possible expansion often choose none in the end. Companies that aim to address all customer segments end up addressing no one. Salespeople who chase every single lead close no deals. So the lesson in this so far is that we need to know what is important to us and what isn't. What is going to bring us benefit, what isn't. And really focus on those things that are going to bring us benefit. So writing your to-do list. One thing that I do is I write my to-do list and then I have a look at each item individually. And I will say, if I don't do this, will I feel bad about it? Will my day end in suffering? Will something go horribly wrong if I haven't done this? And I will cross off anything. I have a series of questions, including, does this get me closer to my goals? And if that is not the case, then it gets crossed off the list. And so my to-do list is only items that are really important to me. Do I add in things that are fun and things that are going to help me recharge my batteries? Of course I do. There is going to be times in between that I need to recharge the batteries and that I feel like doing something different. But when it comes to the main focuses for the day, the things that get my attention in a strategic way, those are the things that really matter. We're obsessed with having as many irons as possible in the fire, ruling nothing out and being open to everything. However, this can easily destroy success. We must learn to close doors. A business strategy is primarily a statement on what not to engage in. Yes. So I think Warren Buffett said, successful people say no to many things. Super successful people say no to almost everything. Adopt a life strategy similar to a corporate strategy. Write down what not to pursue in your life. In other words, make calculated decisions to disregard certain possibilities. And when an option shows up, test it against your not to pursue list. It will not only keep you from trouble, but also save you lots of thinking time. Think hard once, and then just consult your list instead of having to make up your mind whether a new door cracks open. Most doors are not worth going through, even when the handle seems to turn so effortlessly. There we go. I hope you enjoyed that. And I thought that was a very good chapter. So let me know your thoughts. You can leave your comments on YouTube if you go back to watch it on YouTube. And you can find all the other episodes on YouTube as well at the Passive Cash Flow Club. So do a search for that on YouTube and you will be able to find us and all of the episodes and some of the other things that I make videos about. And Mladen says, good chapter. I wish there was time for a live discussion. So we might need to see if we can open that up. So there is actually the ability to see, and just need to rearrange that. So I have a candle going and I need to make sure that I keep it out of the way. So we might need to see if we can get more of you to come and join live on Zoom. So if you are interested to do that, and if you'd like to be able to discuss more live, which you can also do on Big O, but it's a little bit more difficult for me to be able to interact in the same way. You can do that. So for that, I would suggest you go to my Instagram page where you can see where I'm up to. You can also see those kinds of things. And you'll also be able to, what was I going to say? That candle's got me completely distracted now. And you'll also be able to, yes, message me directly, which is the big one, isn't it? So you can get in touch and reach out and message and tell me different things, which is amazing. So for that one, if you go to Instagram, you can find me at business_team_6, number 6, not the word 6, _official. So business_team_6 and _official. So find me there, reach out. I love hearing from everybody, and I love being able to have a chat to you about it. So we'll see what we can do to create some live discussion on that one as well. Is there anything that you wanted to share about that, Mladen, before we go? If there was anything that you wanted to add as your commentary, and then we will quickly discuss that together before we head off. Not sure if Mladen has any ideas around that, but while he is thinking about that, we will talk about what we're going to be reading next time. Oh, I think Mladen thinks that it's going to be a very big discussion, so he says no time right now. So tomorrow we are reading chapter 69. I'm really happy that we're at the start of the week again, so that I can read for you again tomorrow. I love reading for you, and it saves you time, and it makes it a lot easier for you, and you also get my commentary and ideas. So chapter 69 tomorrow is called Disregard the Brand New. I think that's quite similar to the chapter we were reading today. And the subtitle is Neomania. So I'm looking forward to reading that one for you tomorrow from The Art of Thinking Clearly. I want to say thank you for joining today. It has been an absolute pleasure having you here. I'd love to see you on YouTube and on Instagram and discuss as well, because my commentary is great, but hearing your thoughts as well and opening up a chat about it is absolutely a great idea, and I love doing that. So, Mladen, I love the suggestion. Let's see if we can get more of you onto Zoom, and we can start doing that. So if you follow me on Instagram, we can get you the details for that. So I'm going to leave you to start your week, to get into your goals, to cross off the things that are not really getting you towards your goals, that don't make you feel good, and that are not really going to cause you any issues if those tasks are not done. So have a great day. See you tomorrow morning, Sydney time, 8 a.m. And thank you for joining.